Dizzy, and this is Dizzy Quilts and Sews. In today's video, I will talk to you all about my July 2022 makes. July was an okay month productivity-wise. I managed to get 7 things finished, which is pretty good considering I was working the whole time, had no time off. And had a few events here and there that I needed to get to. So I'm pretty happy with my 7 completed projects. Now, in no particular order, the first one is a pretty small make, but it makes me smile and it makes me so happy. So I made the Cozy Cat Placemat by A Spoonful of Sugar. And I actually made it twice. So I have 2 cats, so I decided to make 2 of them. I used the exact same fabric collection. I used the same backing for both, and I used the same method to put it together or to put them together. So basically, I did the front according to the instructions, followed them exactly, but then the back, the instructions had you prepare this in 2 pieces, and then you would turn the whole thing around or turn the thing inside out anyways, through this hole that was created by the 2 pieces of fabric. I thought that was overly complicated. So I basically used 1 solid piece. I put the front down, I put the backing on top, and then I put the template, drew around the template, cut it all out, and then sewed around the whole thing, leaving a gap at the bottom so that I could turn it. And then I top stitched around to close the gap. So crazy easy to make. A couple of hours, like an evening, to press, cut, sew, quilt, and finish one of these. And the other one went even faster. I think it only took me about an hour to make the second one. So these are going to be in the kitchen, and it'll keep my cats are messy cats. I fully expect that these will get washed a ton, but they're going to look really cute. And I've got plans for more. I'm going to make my daughter at least one. She's got a cat, and every cat lover in my family, I think, for Christmas is going to get one of these. Although I do have dog lovers in my family as well, so I would love to be able to find a pattern for like a dog shape instead of a cat. Like, how cool would that be? So I might do some research and make a few dog faces instead of cats. So that was project number 1, or projects number 1 and 2, however you want to look at it. And yeah, they make me happy. My second project, again, was not a garment for me. It was a garment for my daughter. I made her another Galaxy tee. The pattern is from Pattern Scissors Cloth. And I used the exact same fabric I used to make her the first one. So the first one was a light blue pointel knit from the Fabric Snob. I ordered the exact same fabric in the mint colorway, which is a gorgeous light green, and I made her another one. We shortened the top by 3 inches because it is really, really long, and she prefers to have this top tucked into her pants or skirts. So we took 3 inches off the length, and it fits her like a glove, and she absolutely loves it. So yeah, that was definitely a win. I mean, as of the filming of this, her t-shirt is still hanging in my closet because she's not been able to come and pick it up. So I don't have any pictures of her in it. But yeah, I did take a few pictures when I was finished with it and texted them to her, and she is very, very happy and very pleased. So success. Projects number 3 and 4 are almost identical. So I've been on a quest to find some TNT patterns for my wardrobe, and I know I found my knit t-shirt TNT. It is the Concord Tee by Cashmerette. So I made a first version in a beautiful emerald green cotton jersey from Minerva. I made a size 16 EF cup with, or graded to a 20 at the waist and hips. And although I liked it, I love the scoop neck. It went together without a problem at all. I found it a little snug and definitely too small at the shoulders. Like the shoulders were not properly at the shoulder here. So I decided to make another version in very, very similar fabric, except this one is a bamboo jersey from Core Fabrics, but the color is almost identical. The fabric's a little more drapey than the cotton jersey, but it's gorgeous. And I made that one in an 18 EF, graded to a 20. And I like the fit of that one a lot better. Now the fabric is a lot less easy to work with, or a lot less stable. So there's still some little drag lines around the collar or the neckband and the sleeves, but I think those are all my fault. I think I might have stretched the neckline or the armhole a little bit as I was sewing it. I sewed the whole thing on my serger, and yeah, I think maybe I might have stretched, but anyways, it fits me like a glove. I love that t-shirt. I love the color on me. So, and I have another bamboo jersey from Core Fabrics in a gorgeous raspberry color or burgundy color. I think I'm going to make another Concord with that fabric. I mean, the beauty of the Concord is the sleeves are very, like they're not poofy or anything. So I can make Concords for the whole year and just wear cardigans on top. So yeah, there will be more. I'm in love with that neckline on me. It's yeah, love it, love it. Now, after making my second green Concord, I had about a meter, maybe a little less than a meter left of the fabric. So decided to make something else instead of just putting away the fabric back in my stash. So I made myself the Lago Tank by Itch to Stitch. This was my second time sewing up the tank. I made my first version for Sew Frugal back in March in a double brush poly. This time, because I used that bamboo jersey, the fit is very different. The double brush poly sewed up beautifully, and the neckline is nice and flat. The armholes are snug against my body. And in this bamboo jersey, there's a little bit of, I guess maybe because the fabric is heavier, it's dragging down a little bit. So there's some gaping around the armhole that I'm not crazy about. When I wore it out, because I wore it out a couple weeks ago, it was very hot. I wore a black tank underneath that I knew would cover my bra and everything. So yeah, I don't know that I'm going to be able to wear this tank on its own without showing my underwear to the world. So something to consider. I mean, I was hoping the Lago would be my TNT for a knit tank, but no, I'm still looking for a TNT for a knit tank. But I have a nice emerald green tank in my wardrobe now for the rest of the summer, which is good. During the month of July, I also worked on fine-tuning the fit on what was I was hoping would become my TNT for some shorts. And yes, it worked out. So I made the Belize shorts by Itch to Stitch in a very lightweight linen, a green linen, which goes beautifully with my Concord tees. I made a size 18 with, what adjustments did I make? I scooped out the crotch a little bit in the front, in the back. And so ended up removing about a 1/4 inch from the back, and I added it back into the side seam. And that adjustment worked amazingly well. So I loved my shorts when I took them off the machine, and I put them on right away, and I took pictures of myself, and I was so pleased with my new shorts. And then the next day I wore them all day while I was at work. So basically sitting at my desk. And when I took pictures towards the end of the day, I was like, oh my goodness, is this what they look like from behind? Saggy, wrinkly, full of folds. I mean, the fabric just, yeah. It was, yeah, not good. So definitely not the look I was going for. I know a lot of people love linen and don't mind the creases, and like, that's great. It is very, very comfortable. I'm just not thrilled with how that looks on me in the back. I'm just not. So these shorts are now pajamas, but the fit is so good. The length is great. I did the 7-inch inseam. There's 3 different lengths, so 5, 7, and 9. I went with the 7, and I'm very, very pleased with these shorts. And I actually have plans to make more for the rest of the summer. So if you're interested, I did a whole review of this pattern here on YouTube, and I'll put a link up here to that video if you want to have a look at it. And my final project for July turned out to be my favorite make of the month. And it is a Rhapsody Blouse by Love Notions, made with a tensile twill. Is it a tensile twill? A viscose twill from Core Fabrics here in Montreal. The fabric is absolutely stunning. It was really nice to sew with. Even making the bias binding, like, no issues whatsoever. I did use a hack on the Love Notions website. So instead of having the ties come down, I basically bridged the V with the bias binding. I love that. I find it elevates that blouse from a casual hobo kind of blouse to a more dressy blouse. But yeah, I love my blouse. Now, I made a size extra large with no adjustments. I just made an XL all the way down. And, but I did shorten it by 2.5 inches. Yeah, that blouse is pretty long, and I like it to hit me about the hip level. So yeah, I shortened by 2.5 inches. Made the size 8, the size XL, no other adjustments at all. Now, I was looking at myself in the pictures, and the shoulders do fall off my shoulders just a tiny, tiny bit. So I may do a 1/4 inch narrow shoulder adjustment on the pattern so that the next time I make one of these, it should be perfect. But I love this blouse. I love the pattern. I love how it comes together. There's a burrito to put the yoke in. So you put the yoke in with the burrito method. And I finished the hem with bias binding, which makes it all nice and flat and neat. There is a curved hem, so it's easier to do it with bias instead of just turning it over a couple times. So yeah, I love my new Rhapsody blouse. I'm thrilled with it. So yeah, so those were my 7 projects, most of which very, very successful. So I had a very good month of July. I would love to know which one of my 7 projects is your favorite. Please leave me a comment below. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you are having a wonderful week. Please leave me a like on your way out if you like the video, and consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks again, and I will see you soon.